Hello everyone, good afternoon and welcome to our webinar presentation for today as we'll cover the Master of Science in Business Analytics with also the Healthcare Analytics specialization. Joining me today is the Program Director, Dr. Mukbel. I do want to give maybe about another minute or so to see if we have any other attendees join us, but while we wait, I'll go ahead and allow Dr. Mukbel to maybe introduce himself briefly. Dr. Mukbel, if you would, maybe give us a little bit of your background, maybe your overview.
Yeah, thank you very much, Samuel, for the introduction. So my name is Murad Mukbel, and I have been actually involved in teaching and information systems and analytics in the past decade. And it is my pleasure actually to direct the Master of Science in Business Analytics here at UTRGV. And I have experience from different universities. I have taught in top universities, including University of Oklahoma, and UTRGV is emerging school, and the quality of education that we are providing actually in par with those top universities like UT Austin, Texas A&M College Station. The only difference is that we provide that education with less expense. So it's although the quality is the same, and we have full-time faculty teaching in this program. I'm really excited about this program and talking with you today about the program, and we will get into more details later.
Excellent. Well, thank you, Dr. Mukbel. Having said that, we'll go ahead and get started. Once again, thank you guys so much for joining us. Allow me a second here to go ahead and get my presentation started. And once again, today we're covering the Master of Science in Business Analytics. Now, understand that this program actually offers a specialization as well in healthcare analytics. And so before we do start, I would like for you guys to go ahead and familiarize yourself with GoToWebinar. I know that it's probably different from what you guys are used to with regards to maybe Zoom or Microsoft Teams. But you'll notice that there is a tab here for questions. If you guys have any questions throughout the presentation, feel free to send those in and we'll be happy to address those at the end of our presentation. Now you'll notice there's also another tab for handouts. I went ahead and included our presentation for today in PDF format in the case that you need to refer back to it at a later time. So again, we'll be happy to set up a Q&A time at the end of the presentation. And so if you guys would do us a favor, just make sure that your mics are also muted throughout the presentation just to avoid any distraction. Now, today we're going to cover a little bit about UTRGV as a whole. If you guys are alumni and you're coming back to us as a graduate student, we're really excited. Welcome back. And if you've never heard of UTRGV or you're not familiar with our institution, we'll definitely talk a little bit about who we are. We'll also talk about the application process for this particular program, how to go ahead and get started with the application, which is fairly simple. And then we'll also talk about funding opportunities, which is another important topic. Things like financial aid, incentives for enrolling and things of that nature, which we're really excited about. And then of course, again, at the end, as I mentioned, we'll open it up for a little bit of Q&A in case you guys have any particular questions that you would like to ask. So with that being said, a little bit about our history. UTRGV is fairly new as a university as a whole, but we do come from two legacy institutions. If you guys are familiar with University of Texas, Brownsville, that university is one of our legacy institutions, and then our other one is University of Texas Pan American, which was established back in 1927. So we have almost 100 years of storied educational history here in the Valley, which we're really excited about. We are almost at 32,000 students, you guys. We have grown exponentially recently, and we're really excited about that as well. And we're excited to have you guys hopefully join us here soon. You can see that we have just under 5,000 students at the graduate level. And so, the university has been growing tremendously fast, as has the Rio Grande Valley. Now, one of the beautiful things about UTRGV is that we are fully accredited by the Southern Association of Colleges and Schools Commission on Colleges. And really, that's just a fancy way of saying we offer a high quality education. Now, in order for us to obtain and to maintain this accreditation, there are high standards, high academic standards that are required. So you know for a fact that at UTRGV, we can offer a high level of education just by the fact that we have obtained and maintained this accreditation. Now, with regards to the program itself, this Master's in Business Analytics, I'm excited to share with you guys that it's offered in a very flexible format. It's offered in accelerated online format. The way that the accelerated online format works is that it's divided up into 6 modules per year. So you guys know within your traditional semester, you have, August to December in the fall, January to May in the spring. Well, within your traditional semester, you'll find that we have 2 different modules to offer. If you are planning to attend full time, that would typically mean that you're taking 6 credits or 2 classes per module. Now, it's not required to attend full time. If you want to attend part time, you certainly can as well. At that point, you would be taking 3 credits or 1 class per module. Now, the beauty of this program is that you can finish in as early as a year. If you decide that you want to attend consecutively, you can certainly finish soon. Most traditional masters take about 2 years, but because of the flexible format of this program and because you're seeing more content in a condensed amount of time, you are able to finish in as early as a year if you would like to. Now, these courses are offered fully asynchronous online, so that means that you don't have to log in at a specific day or time. The professor that is assigned to your course will give you the course content, the presentation, the readings, what have you, to review, and all you have to do is make sure you're submitting your assignments by their due date. So again, very flexible program delivery that this program is being offered in. Now, we want to talk a little bit about the Vacker College of Business and Entrepreneurship here at UTRGV. This school is actually fully accredited by the AACSB, which is the Association to Advanced Collegiate Schools of Business. Once again, high rigor and high academic standards in order to be able to maintain and obtain this accreditation, which is currently only held by 5% of business schools worldwide, guys. So for sure, you have world-class faculty here at UTRGV within the College of Business and Entrepreneurship, faculty that wants to see you succeed, they're supportive, and that are here to give you the tools that you need to be able to reach and to succeed in your academic goals. So really excited to be able to share this. You'll see here we have a couple of rankings that we're really proud of as well. We were ranked number 2 in the best online MBA in finance, ranked number 6 most affordable online MBA, top 42 best masters in business analytics online program, which is the one that we're talking about today. And so really excited to be able to share with you guys about our accreditation as well, which holds a lot of weight. Now, I want to go ahead and hand it over to Dr. McBell, who's going to talk to us a little bit about the specifics of this program. Dr. McBell, feel free to go ahead. I'm going to give you control of the keyboard, and so you should be able to go ahead and switch through the slides on your own.
Perfect. Thank you very much, Samuel. So as we have noticed in the past decades and few years as well, that there has been an exponential increase in data where the human's ability to understand this data and transform it into information has been really limited. As a result of this exponential increase of data and the difficulty of understanding this data, a lot of organizations have started actually to introduce new roles that can help transform raw facts or data into useful information. And the ultimate goal of information is actually to make decisions that can help improve the bottom line, right? The bottom line is profitability for any organization, meaning that we need to increase profitability, reduce costs and waste, right? And improve efficiencies. So as a result of this, a lot of organizations have introduced new roles that can help them translate this data into useful information. And examples of those new roles that have appeared in the past few years include data analysts and data scientists, artificial intelligence specialists, machine learning specialists, big data specialists, just kind of to name some of the new roles that have been introduced into the industries in general. And our program fills and qualifies you to apply as any of those roles after you graduate from our program. So our program, we all hear about business analytics, big data analytics, machine learning, and business intelligence, and so on. So many different names, and might make you feel like which one are we doing, and what is the difference between them. So let me go over the definition of business analytics, and then to see how that fits into this big picture. So business analytics consists of three pillars. So the first pillar is information technology, the tools like R, Python, or SPSS model, or whatever tool that you are using for your machine learning. And then the second pillar is the quantitative methods or statistics. So machine learning, statistics, this is the second pillar. The third pillar is understanding the business, whatever that business you are in, whatever the industry you are in. As long as you understand the business processes, what can be improved, that's another important aspect of business analytics, right? So that that kind of takes us to the first goal or outcome from our program. So after graduation from our program, you will be able to solve business problems in various industries, not only in healthcare, information security, or financial or banking industries, but in the skills that you are going to learn in our program are transferable to any industry that you are interested in joining. So the second objective, you will be able to master cutting edge information systems, including analytical tools such as an R, Python. Those R and Python, they are open source software, which means you have free access as an individual or as a company, free access to those open source tools or technologies that you can utilize in your business without having to pay fees and licenses, such as, if you are using SPSS modeler or SAS or any other company's tools. And then also we cover Tableau. I cover Tableau in my data visualization course, but it's also covered in other courses where we provide our students with the free licenses. We have academic alliance with Tableau Corporation, where they provide us as educators free licenses for us and for our students. So you will have license for Tableau as long as you have that .edu email. And you can use it. And then the third, you will be able to solve important business problems, including data mining, text mining, machine learning, social analytics, enterprise analytics. Let me focus on text mining. Text mining or text data is considered unstructured data, right? And which was really hard to analyze. But now with the advent of machine learning, now we are able actually to utilize text data to make decisions for prediction, for classifications. So let me give you a quick example. Imagine that you are working for a call center where you have two different departments, two different kinds of employees. You have the customer relations that deals with customer relations issues, and you have customer technical support department that deals with the technical issues, computer technology issues, right? Now you receive tickets online, and those tickets can be either related to business relations, or it can be related to technical relations. So you will hire a couple of employees who can read each of those tickets and then try to sort them out, whether they belong to the business relations or to the technical support. Now with the advent of text mining using machine learning, we can train a model actually to learn on those texts, and will be able to decide with high accuracy rate whether that ticket belongs to the business relations or to the technical relations. In other words, after you have this trained model, you will be able actually to upgrade the jobs of those employees. I will not say minimize or eliminate those jobs, but at least you will save the company a couple of $100,000, where it can be those employees can be doing more advanced or contribute more added value to the company than just a manual thing where it can be automized, right? So then we always hear about machine learning. So machine learning, we always hear about its fancy word, but what it really means. So it means, from what it says, In other words, we train the machine and the machine learns. So machine learning, the machine learns from historical data, and we train that machine using a machine learning algorithm like neural network, which is used for self-driving cars. We use naive bias, which is an algorithm that we use to spot spam emails that we always use in our emails. Oh, this is a junk email. How is that? That's actually a naive bias, a type of machine learning algorithm that detects such abnormal or those emails that are not related or relevant to us. So machine learning, it learns from historical data, and we train that model so it can predict with future data with high accuracy rate. Social media analytics actually is another thing that we use, text mining, where we retrieve near real-time data from social media websites like Twitter, YouTube. And this data we analyze using machine learning, supervised and unsupervised machine learning. So example of a supervised machine learning algorithm is, let's say that as a university, we would like to send invitations to our alumni to give us donations for our students so they can be successful. They have the opportunities to do that. But we have hundreds of thousands of students who graduated from our university. If we try to send mails to everyone, then it's going to cost us thousands of dollars, right? But if we use machine learning or predictive analytics, which is the supervised learning, and we know the outcome that we want, whether this person will donate or not, that's our binary outcome, right? We want to predict. So having all that background information about our employee, our alumni, now we can classify whether that alumni will donate or not. And before we even send those hundreds of mails, now we can focus only on the top 1,000 alumni. So we save ourselves a lot of money, a lot of thousands, hundreds of thousands of money. And we focus on only those 10,000, for example, or 1,000 alumni who are going to donate the highest amount with the highest accuracy rate, right? So that's kind of how companies can benefit from machine learning to improve their profitability, reduce waste, and improve efficiencies. And another, so we said machine learning has supervised learning and unsupervised learning. The unsupervised learning is an interesting one where we don't know the outcome variable. We just throw our data. We try to have a black box where we ask the algorithm to come up with something for us. So let me give you a quick example of unsupervised learning, which is one example of it is market basket analysis or association rules. You might have heard about that. So if you haven't actually you have used it yourself or you have seen it, when you buy a product from Amazon, then you will notice in the bottom, people who bought this product also bought this product, or you might find this product is also relevant. So this is what we call it association rule or market basket analysis. So one supercenter company in the Midwest region of the United States conducted an association rules or unsupervised learning analysis in their store, and they noticed that uh, the the sales of beer and baby diapers were associated with each other. So people who bought uh, beers also bought baby diapers, or baby diapers bought also beers. So they noticed that there is association rules. So they said this is great understanding. This is descriptive analytics. So we know it. So why? They investigated that, and they found out that people who were buying those baby diapers, and they are new parents, and they used to go to bars after they work, so they can drink with friends in the bar freely. But now they have kids, right? And they have a new baby. They need to take care of that baby, so they go and buy the diaper, and they decide, well, I will just get my beer from the super center and drink at home while I'm watching my baby. So then this is really great, very interesting analysis, but how can we monetize it? How can we turn it into that bottom line, right? So that company decided, they said, well, we can monetize it by product placement. So we have now the baby diaper in the back of the store. We will make the beer aisle in close vicinity of it. So it's very close to it. So now if you go to Walmart, but so the story is not about Walmart, by the way, but if you go to Walmart, try to notice where is the baby diaper location, which is in the back wall, and try to notice where is the beer aisle and how close is it to it. So as a result of this kind of product placement, because of this data mining analysis, the sales of both products went up because now we are reminding those uh, new parents or parents who are buying baby diaper, okay, you might just also the beer is here, so go and grab it on your way, and you have a great day for you, right? So this is kind of just some of the examples and the excitement of the benefits of data mining that we can utilize in any other aspects of our businesses and our lives. So another objective when you graduate from this program is you will become skilled in data selection, data collection, preparation, storage, and visualization. So a lot of employers that I have attended and have talked to, they look, which is the norm that we all know. The data preparation is the most time consuming aspect of data analytics. So you need to get that data, clean it, prepare it for analysis, and then the analysis might take only 20% of your efforts. So this is very important aspect of data, and we focus on that in our program. And then data visualization, we use Tableau, we use the best practices of data visualization in that class, and we learn about it that you might have seen. I have been doing data visualization for my past 30, 40 years, but I haven't noticed that I have not been using the best practices, but we will learn that there. And the last objective is communicating your results and storytelling. That's very important. And we focus in our program on that. And employers always emphasize that aspect. They say we have the best data analysts, we have the best number crunchers, we have the best models, but if you can tell us the story on how we can benefit from it, then that's not, we don't know how to use it. So that's, we focus on that, and we will train you on that. So having said that, let me move on to the next. So this is an example in healthcare analytics system, kind of a life cycle of how data analytics is involved. So we start first with an objective from the top first. What is the objective? What problem we are trying to do? And then we go from the bottom list. So first we know what is our goal. In this case, for example, is performance improvement or fraud detection, right? So let's say that's our goal. Now we will go all the way to the bottom and start down from the bottom up. So we have different data sources coming from different places. We have from external data sources, we have internal data sources, and we need to merge those data sources in a process we call it ETL, or extract, transform, and load, right? We transform this data, we integrate this data into a data warehouse or a data mart where we can actually analyze this combined data or integrated data set. Then we can secure that and have access to it. Then we can run some ad hoc queries. We can create dashboards using business intelligence. We create reports. We can do predictive analytics and visualization as well using that in order to be able to solve problems. So some of the software that we are going to be utilizing in our program, R is very highly emphasized in our program. Several classes cover R, so you will be really comfortable with R by the end of this class. And if you notice of the top needed or highly demanded skills in data analyst or data scientist or business analyst, is R and Python and SQL. Those are the top 3 skills in high demand. So we focus on them. R is covered in several classes in our program, and then Python comes next in at least 2 courses, and SQL, I covered that in my course, data visualization course, where you will be comfortable with retrieving data. You will be trained very well in retrieving data using SQL, and there are other courses also, 2 other courses focus on SQL. So Then Excel, we all use Excel. And you might say, what is the involvement of Excel in data analytics? Excel is still highly used in so many companies, whether they are small or medium sized or large companies. Excel is the bread and butter of any analysis. So we need to be comfortable with it. As a result of this, we introduced a new course. We called it data modeling, a course which is focused only on advanced features of Excel. So you will really benefit from that course, but also Excel is used throughout the program. Tableau is also used in at least 2 courses. One of the courses is my course, data visualization course that I mentioned earlier. So our degree plan, this is the snapshot of the degree plan. These are the courses that we have. Out of those courses, we have the core courses and we have elective courses. If you notice that in the bottom, we have elective courses that have they start with the star in front of them. Those are elective courses. So that means you can select any 3 courses if you apply for the full degree in Master of Science in Business Analytics. You can select any 3 of those courses. And then if you are concentrating in healthcare, then you will have to take the Health Computer Information Systems course, Tools, Methods, Application for Managing Health Data course, Healthcare Analytics courses. So those are the 3 healthcare related courses that they are required for you to as electives, right? If you are in concentration in healthcare. But those courses, actually, you will notice that they cover all those 3 aspects that I mentioned. So statistics foundations, that's the quantitative pillar from those 3 pillars of business analytics. Customized solutions for business analytics, that's also where you will be introduced to Python. Machine learning for business analytics, that's a very highly demanded course, and it covers data mining, it covers deep learning, it covers all those kind of machine learning algorithms that you will be introduced to. Social media analytics introduces you to text mining and retrieving data using API from social media platform. Business intelligence and data warehousing. This is a very highly demanded course from employers because it teaches you how to integrate that data from different sources and make it ready for analysis, data warehousing, right? And then decision optimization for business analytics, that actually targets the prescriptive analytics. What is the best ultimate solution? What is the solution that will maximize our profit given our resources that we have right now? And then data mining for business analytics, that's also focusing on data mining, machine supervised, unsupervised, and you will get into deeper aspects to it. Data visualization there, it's very important. And nowadays, actually, you will notice that there are some positions that have data visualization specialists as a role by itself. And then the rest of the courses, they are the electives. So I will stop here and I'll hand it back to Samuel.
Wonderful. Thank you, Dr. McBell, for the great information that you shared with us about the program. I want to transition a little bit into an administrative side of things, you guys. Maybe you're wondering, awesome, this sounds great. How do I go about the application process? Well, our application is actually offered 100% online and can be found at utrgv.edu/gradapply. Keep in mind, guys, that our application is completely free. So make sure to take advantage of that. And if you run into any issues or hiccups, I'm here to help you along the way. Now, a couple of the common application materials that you're going to have to submit for most of our programs are going to be, number 1, your academic transcript from all institutions and all coursework that you've completed before. So if you've attended more than one institution in higher ed, make sure to submit all of your transcripts. Now, if you're an international student, keep in mind there's going to be an evaluation required for that transcript, and you'll find that information as you see the application process. It's going to request for you to submit your evaluation. And again, here to help you if you have questions about that. Typically, references, letters of recommendation, those we ask that maybe you try to stay away from requesting them from family members or friends. Typically, an academic or a professional recommendation is what we want to see. Are you in touch with professors? If so, wonderful, make sure to request one from them. And if not, that's okay. If you have somebody who is a director, a supervisor who knows you in a professional setting and knows your work ethic, that will be just fine as well. With regards to the personal statement or the letter of intent, that's typically going to be an overview of what your professional goals are. What is your vision and why do you intend to pursue this program? So if you have any questions about that, myself, Dr. McBell, can help as well. And then of course, if you submit your resume, include any work experience, volunteer experience that you feel might be helpful to strengthen your academic profile. With regards to the GRE or GMAT, you can take either, but I will say if you decide to take this exam for the first time, I highly recommend maybe taking a practice test beforehand, something that will familiarize yourself with this exam. So that you're a little bit more confident when you actually go into the real thing. So that's pretty much an overview of what the documents are that you would have to submit. And once you've submitted those, you're on your way to being a part of the graduate college family. Again, if you have any questions, let me know with that application that can be found at utrgv.edu/grad apply. So this is what the application will look like once you've gotten there. You'll see at the bottom right here, you'll see the drop-down menu to select the option of the program that you want to apply for. Keep in mind, we offer different programs, not only accelerated online, but campus-based. So if you're applying for this one in particular, you're going to select the option that says accelerated online, and it'll lead you to the next drop-down menu to go ahead and select that Master of Science in Business Analytics. This is what it will look like. When you're first creating your application, you're creating your new account. On the right-hand side, you're going to see where you'll create your username and enter all of your information, and you'll create your password. Some of you may have remembered in undergrad that you submitted your application through Apply Texas. Well, you're no longer working with that at the graduate level. This is what our application will look like because it is internal. Now, once you've created your account, you'll be able to see on your left-hand side, this is where you're going to sign in. So once it's created, you no longer have to create any other additional accounts. You'll be able to sign in here on the left-hand side. And this is where you're gonna see things like any pending documents that you have to submit, as well as your admission status. So any updates to your application status, you'll be able to find here in the self-service center. So keep in mind this website right here, utrgv.edu/self-service. Now, maybe you're wondering about cost of attendance. This is definitely an important topic as well for our business analytics program. Because it's offered accelerated online, the beauty of it is that we're able to offer it at the same tuition regardless of your residency status, right? So you're typically going to look at about $1,416 per course. And so if you are completing this program, you're going to be able to see that the estimated average cost of attendance is going to be about $15,500, just a little bit over that. So again, we're really excited to be able to offer this program completely online because fees stay the same regardless of your residency status. So maybe you're wondering about funding. How can I help to fund my graduate program? Well, if you qualify for financial aid at the federal level in your bachelor's, you can certainly still apply for your financial aid at the graduate level. Now, keep in mind, in order for you to be able to qualify for any type of financial aid, you will have to have clear admission into the program, and you will also have to enroll in 6 credit hours per semester. For this program in particular, you can do 3 credits per module and you'll still qualify. Again, that FAFSA application is available through studentaid.gov. And if you have any questions, I am familiar with the financial aid application. Feel free to reach out to me and I'm happy to help. With regards to scholarships, you guys, we do offer scholarships at UTRGV. You can find our scholarship application at utrgv.edu/apply scholarships. My recommendation is, even if you're not sure if you're going to qualify, still submit the application. It's free, very easy to submit, shouldn't take you more than 20-30 minutes to complete that application. Now, you can also find more information on graduate scholarships that we offer, incentives and things of that nature at utrgv.edu/grad scholarships. And I will share a little bit more about certain scholarships that we are currently offering, as well as incentives in just a little bit. With regards to assistantships, maybe you're like, hey, I'd like to work as a grad assistant, a teaching assistant. So those actually are handled through the department itself. So if you do have questions about any available assistantships that we might have, Dr. McBell will be a great resource for you, or if you're applying for any other programs, make sure to reach out to the program coordinator, as they'll be able to give you more insight in terms of what they have available for the specific semester that you might be applying for. You can also find grad assistant position information at our careers website if you go to careers.utrgv.edu. Some of these positions are mainly going to be administrative positions, and you're typically working about 20 hours per week, and they usually pay about $5,000 per semester. So that's another excellent way to help fund your graduate program. Now, with regards to external scholarships, if you qualify for an external scholarship, you can certainly bring it in to UTRGV. So my recommendation is just a quick Google search looking for external scholarships that you might know about. Make sure that you're applying to as many as you can. Now, for veteran benefits, if you're a veteran or a dependent of a veteran and you do have those benefits, we do have staff here on campus who can help you with that paperwork, whether it's the GI Bill or the Hazelwood documents that you need to process. We can certainly help you out with those as well. And lastly, some of you may be working full-time at your employer offers tuition assistance benefits. My recommendation, check in with your supervisor, see if they offer any tuition assistance benefits. A great example is UTRGV offers the tuition assistance program for employees who've been working here for a year or more. So if your company offers something similar, make sure to ask, get some of those details, because that can certainly help as well. Now, we're currently offering the Graduate Select Scholarship, and this scholarship is valued at $1,000. So the deadline has actually passed, but we are still promoting it because it will be funded. It will be granted, as long as funds are available. So eligibility requirements for this one is you must be accepted as a degree-seeking master's or doctoral student, enroll in minimum of 6 credit hours per semester or 3 credits per module, and submit your scholarship application, which can be found at utrgv.edu/apply scholarship. So that one, the selection process is holistic, is based on a holistic review of your application. So they'll take a look at your academic profile as a whole. Now, we are offering another incentive this academic year, you guys. We're offering a $2,000 grad bonus. So starting this fall, all graduate students who enroll in 6 credit hours or more per semester will receive $1,000. So if you're applying this fall and you enroll in 6 credits, that's $1,000. If you enroll in the spring semester for another 6 credits, that's an additional $1,000. No GPA requirement, no separate application for this one, guys. As long as you're enrolled, our financial aid and scholarships office will be able to see that you're enrolled and will be able to grant you those funds. So make sure to take advantage of that, you guys. Like I said, no GPA requirement necessary for this one. So with that being said, I do want to share with you guys our contact information. You'll see my email and office number here, as well as Dr. McBell's email. In the case that you guys have any specific questions later on, you can always shoot us an email. We'll be more than happy to help. Our Grad Central team is on standby as well, in case you guys have any specific questions about your application status or anything like that. You can find their contact information here, gradcentral@utrgv.edu. So as promised, you guys, we will open it up for questions at this point if you guys have anything in particular that you would like to ask about. So let me go ahead and open up our questions box and we can go ahead and address those. So the first question is, if we choose to earn the 12 credit standalone healthcare analytics certificate first and then apply for the full MSBA degree with the healthcare specialization, can we transfer all credits earned during the certificate to the master's program? Excellent question. Dr. McBell, would you be able to address this one?
That's a very good question. So you will be taking, let me double check because this one might, and also Samuel, if you can double check with the graduate college, because that's graduate college policy, but we can double check the answer for you and we will get back to you with an answer.
Yes, if you could shoot us an email, we can definitely double check for you. But yeah, so because the healthcare analytics certificate alone has certain particular courses, we can definitely just double check. But if you will, shoot me an email and I can definitely get you a assured answer, just so I don't give you any incorrect information. But thank you for that question. Any other questions you guys might have at the moment. And by the way, Dr. McBell, for the healthcare analytics certificate, you don't oversee the certificate program, do you?
There is that certificate, I believe, is overseen by Gerald Hughes. So
Yes.
so he is the one. But from my understanding, those are going to be mostly elective courses, and they are elective also from our fully blown degree.
Gotcha.
But I don't want to give an answer, so I would rely on the graduate college answer to be more accurate.
Okay, thank you so much for that. Other questions that you guys might have at the moment, feel free to send those in the questions box, and we'll be happy to help. The next question is, can this degree have application for the education sector, for example, to be able to analyze student progress?
That's a very good question. Actually, we had a couple of we have a lot of applicants from the education industry, and we have currently students from the education industry. So we have one faculty, he already has a PhD and teaching as a university professor who is taking our degree. So he is trying to see how he can apply the analytic skills that he learns from our program, transfer them into the education industry. Another example of one of our recent students graduated from our program, and she received a job, very highly ranked job in a college in Houston region. So based related to education. So to answer your question, yes, definitely, because we teach you the skills that you are going to use, and those skills are transferable to any industry.
Excellent, thank you, Dr. McBell. The next question is, if I'm an international student, am I able to apply for an assistantship? And if I'm not mistaken, Dr. McBell, you've had previous students who are international students receive assistantships, correct?
Yes. One thing that to note, if you are an international student and you are already here in the United States, you can receive a graduate assistant. You are eligible for any graduate assistantship. Not necessarily, it doesn't have to be in our department. It can be in any department within UTRGV, right? As long as it is on campus. One thing to note about our program, we are 100% online. So if you are an international student and you are still overseas, if you got admitted into our program, you might not be eligible for F1 visa to attend in person because we don't have face-to-face classes. So the embassy, when they give you the visa, they might not see the necessity of you coming here since it is offered online 100%. But if you are an international student and you are already here in the States, yes, definitely, you are eligible like any other student in any other department to any graduate assistantship position that we have at UTRGV.
Yes, and thank you for that clarification, Dr. McBell. Very important to remember, guys, that if you are applying for an assistantship, you would have to be here because of the fact that you would need that F1 visa. So thank you so much for that clarification, Dr. McBell. It looks like questions have slowed down. Do we have any other questions that you guys might want to ask about? I'll give you about maybe 30 more seconds or so. Another question, how long does it take to complete the program? Oh, great question. So because this program is offered accelerated online, you can actually finish in as early as a year if you decide to go full-time consecutively, right? So that typically means you're taking 2 classes per module and you're not taking any breaks. You can certainly finish in a year. Now, it's not required to finish in a year. If you want to take your time, you want to pace yourself, that is totally fine as well. But yeah, I mean, that's pretty much what the length looks like. You can finish in a year, where most traditional programs take 2 years. Because we offer this one accelerated online, you can finish in as early as a year. And if I'm not mistaken, Dr. McBell, they're given 6 years to complete the program.
I believe the graduate college has a policy, something like that, and students, if they decided they want a break, there is I believe, a form they can fill where they can take a 1 semester or 2 modules break, and then they can resume. But definitely, as you said, it can be finished within 1 year. It's not an obligation to finish within 1 year. My recommendation is, depending on your workload, if you are working full time and you have heavy workload, I would suggest taking it part time, taking one course every module. That way, you get the best value of your time for those classes. But if you have time, I have seen students having full time and taken 2 classes, and they succeeded very well. But it all depends on, I believe when you start the program, you will take that stats course, which is the first course I recommend for students, because it introduces you to R, and then it introduces you to kind of to have a feel and gauge the demand of the courses, and then you can go from there. If you want to start taking 2 courses and gauge your abilities, how you can handle it, because some courses are heavier load than others, but you will be able actually to gauge for yourself.
Excellent, and that's a great question. Thank you for asking that. Any other questions you guys might have? It looks like the questions have slowed down. But if there's no more questions, I'll go ahead and send you guys once again my email address here in the chat box. Just in case anything comes up later, please feel free to reach out to me in the case that you run into any issues through the application process. If you do have specific questions about the course content, something that maybe we covered today, Dr. McBell, again, will also be a great resource for you. But other than that, you guys, I want to thank you guys so much for taking the time out of your busy schedules to join us in our lunchtime webinar today. Dr. McBell, thank you as well for being so helpful today and for joining us. We do appreciate you as well offering your time. Thank you guys so much. It looks like there is no more questions, so we can go ahead and end the session. Keep in mind, I did send the PowerPoint presentation in PDF format here in the handout section. So if you need to refer back to it at any point, you certainly can do that. Thank you guys again for hanging out with us today. You all have a wonderful day. Thank you, Dr. McBell. Take care and have a good one.
All right. Thank you, Samuel, and thank you all for attending this session.
Bye-bye.
Bye.